Ant-Man Quantumania, as you guys all know, has just recently came out. There's a lot to talk about that movie. Ant-Man, essentially, this movie is basically about, you know, Ant-Man gets sucked down into the quantum realm, right? Kang wants something from Ant-Man. Ant-Man has to go get it, or something's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. And that's basically the movie, right? Like, I don't wanna get too deep into it because we're gonna get deeper into it later. Um, that's basically what happens during this movie. Ant-Man in general, we have a lot to talk about. Let's just say we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of mixed emotions about this Ant-Man movie. Um, yeah, like there's so much that we have to cover. So, Emmanuel, I know how you felt about the movie. Um, like yeah, this is uh, this was something different. How'd you feel? Like, you know
Okay,
what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, how'd you feel about the movie, basically?
I liked it. Uh, I'm not like a huge like Marvel fan, so for me, it's like it's just easier for me to enjoy the movie, because I'm not critiquing like things based on like the comic or things that other like fans would like look into in terms of like the detail, like those little small details in the movie.
Mm.
I don't like look at those. I just look at the bigger picture of the movie. If you look at it that way, then like you would know that it was a good movie too. Like it.
Bro, this
Like
movie
the
was trash,
critics,
bro.
geeks, bro. Belly's like this
So
big.
I thought the first reactions from the critics had me deceived. Like, we thought like, oh, Kang's gonna get, 'cause
100%. Yeah, I mean they were right about one thing,
they're right
but
about Jonathan Majors, 100%. Right now, like the Rotten Tomatoes on this movie, if we look it up, basically it's sitting at, I'm pretty sure it's sitting at 48%. Um, it's to be true. Like, in my opinion, that's accurate, right? This is probably for me at least, one of the worst MCU movies that I've seen, along with Eternals. I didn't like Eternals.
L
It
take,
was
bro.
bad.
L
Eternals was
L
bad.
L L L
Um,
take.
bro, this movie, bro, it wasn't hitting the spot. Like, it didn't. It just felt like it was just pushed at it felt like it was just made and then it just pushed out. Like, oh, like, we're just gonna give you
Towards towards
something to
towards
you're just gonna
towards
give us
the
something.
end, towards the end, that's what it was looking like. I'm like, all right, what the fuck's going
Eh,
on? But I'm not
That
letting the ending take away from like the overall,
I'm
the
I
other like
y-
hour,
yeah,
two
but
hours
like,
of the movie.
no, it's not even just the ending though. It's just the way that the movie was executed, right? Like,
Nah, it was the ending for me
bro.
personally. It was the ending.
So you had the full movie. We had two post credit scenes. The two post credit scenes, those were great, right? I was a little I was very disappointed in the mid credit scene, but yeah, cause like just the way that they portrayed it, like
How? What do you
um
mean? What did they do wrong in the mid credit? Nothing.
the
I
mid
don't.
credit, it just
They
looked,
it
it
just
just
showed the
didn't look.
King dynasty. It just showed the King dynasty. That's all.
It
Like
did,
in the
but like
comic, it was comic book accurate.
it showed the King Council, but it's just the way that they showed it, bro. It wasn't. I was cool with. By the
You
way,
just don't like it because that
spoiler.
one character. Stop lying, bro.
It's a spoiler. It's a
You just don't like
spoiler
it because
review.
that one
So
character.
if you haven't
Stop
seen the
lying.
movie, please. If you haven't seen the movie, this is a spoiler review. So, I mean, let's just start with the movie itself. So the movie itself, right? You have Ant-Man, right? And the thing is that I like was like you had Cassie going to jail. They opened up with Cassie going to jail and following in her father's footsteps, right? Which
I wouldn't say it like that.
not like that, but like she literally like went to jail, like, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
I like
but her reasoning was good. So
it was a good reasoning, but like
yeah,
other the the common person won't understand that, like, that she's like,
The
you know.
common person won't understand that you got arrested for helping out in a protest.
I mean, yeah,
What?
obviously, but
Like,
I'm saying like, like obviously, like she has powers. She has She has her own suit. You know what I mean? Like she's powerful now. She could do stuff. She's able to be doing the same stuff Ant-Man and the Wasp
not
is
really.
able to do.
I could tell she was like very new with the suit and shrinking.
Yeah,
She
she
couldn't
definitely
even
knew.
punch people and shit. The jump and tap.
Mhm. Yeah, no, she's definitely new, bro. Um,
She L character, so
so this is right here. All right, yeah. So this is like, so basically this is where we're sitting at right now for our Rotten Tomatoes. We're sitting at 40%, which is, I believe this is
god damn.
this is probably the lowest movie rating in history. Not in history, but in
I was about
history
to
of the
say not
MCU.
even.
In history of the MCU, right? I'm pretty sure this was ranked worse than Eternals or second to last than Eternals. The audience score is actually holding up 84%. I didn't like the movie. This movie had a lot of problems. It was bad. It was it was disrespectful to like the new saga because like you introduce a villain, right? You introduce a villain. And when you introduce this villain, it's like, all right, you introduce him as menacing and powerful, and like he's gonna wreck shit, right? Because Thanos was introduced literally, like, he was introduced obviously in credit scenes of other movies, the Avengers movies and stuff like that. But now you have a main major character, King the Conqueror, who's supposed to be the conqueror, who's supposed to be the baddest king out of all of them, and nobody died in this movie. Not a single person from the Ant-Man family died or was got stuck in the quantum realm again, or like there was nothing in this there's nothing in this movie but explaining how he got there just to end up where, like, we don't even know where he's at right now, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
They
but
said he's dead.
they did say he's dead, but that's a problem though, because you're introducing a major villain, right? He's look they nerfed him, bro. They nerfed his powers. They're making him look weak, right? And that's why I didn't like this movie, right? Because you're over here introducing a powerful character, King the Conqueror, who's supposed to be the most powerful variant out of all the other variants, and he dies to Ant-Man. Like, bro, to Ant-Man. Like, Ant-Man is not like a powerful Avenger.
Ant
Like,
Man,
he's
Ant
Ant-Man.
Man beats here, bro.
Bro, it's just like it didn't sit well. It just didn't sit well with me. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I'm pretty sure you could agree on that too. Like, that didn't sit well with me. Like, these John's just trash. But there was good parts. Don't get me wrong. Like, there was good parts. Like, the acting of all the characters were good. Right, that was fine. Jonathan Majors carried this movie. Jonathan Majors carried the King role. And for them to just knock this king out of the water, the one that was supposed to be the big, bad, furious one out of all of them, because that's why the other kings are scared of him. They over here exiled him. They literally exiled him. And Ant-Man was able to kill him. Not kill him, but Ant-Man was able to vanish him and all that stuff. But, like, how did you feel about that? Like, how did you feel about that scene? Like, what did you think about
About what? How he was.
how Ant-Man and all the other like the Wasp, Cassie, Hank, Janet, like they were able to escape like the quantum realm and still be alive while Kang is there, you know what I mean? And they're over here being so afraid of him. You know what I'm saying? And also remember when the people in the quantum realm, they were like, "Oh, Modoc is coming. Modoc." And Modoc didn't do nothing. Modoc at the end of the movie looked like nothing, bro. Like, he didn't even look good. Like, he was just it was just a bunch. It was a mess, bro, in my opinion. Like, it wasn't stitched well. Like, this movie was not stitched well.
um, Wait, so what question am I answering? Because he was just
So like
rambling.
I'm saying like how did you feel about
What?
like how did you feel about them nerfing him, like nerfing his
Oh,
powers?
Nerf and Kang.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, man. They do that every single time, so I wasn't even surprised. You could tell with the way that he was like fighting and killing off people that he was looking a little bit weak. He was putting
yeah.
extra effort into them laser blasts, like mad effort. And I'm just like, all right, bro, what the fuck is this? He was looking powerful when he yelled, and then that little force, that energy fucking blast, that shit was fire.
Oh
He was
yeah, yeah.
looking
That
powerful.
yeah, that was tough. I
I
like
don't know why he ain't. I don't know why he ain't do that in the beginning, like when he fought Ant-Man. Chipper.
he to be honest though, but look, like there I feel like there's a whole other plot behind like if this goes the way it if the MCU continues to go with this storyline, there's only one way that they could fix this storyline, right? Kang knows everything that's gonna happen. What if he just let this play what if he just let that play out because he already knows what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like it's behind like he already knows what's gonna happen. So like he just goes with the flow because it's behind his plan, you know what I'm saying? Behind his
Yeah.
big plan. You know, like he already knows everything that's gonna happen. He's seen time, he time traveler, all that. So like he already knows what's gonna happen. So what if this is all a part of his like big plan. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way that I could see this going for this variant, at least. Right? I don't want to see the other variants. The other variants kind of look goofy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Besides
Except for
Ramata,
that, I'm about to say, except for
yeah,
Ramata.
yeah. But bro, like Paul Rudd, Ant Man, the comedy in this movie was not all that. Like
It
it was
was only funny with Modoc. I
yeah.
feel like.
But Modoc, yeah, it was only funny with Modoc. Modoc, bro. To be honest, yo, let's talk about when that person walked out the movie, bro. Fuck,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
People
nah.
walked out the movie theater. They seen this man's mitt and they walked out the movie theater, bro. Man's grabbed his bags and everything and walked out.
and
He had
bounced.
enough. Huh?
The $18 ticket went out the window, man.
I'm not gonna lie, that's how I was feeling at certain points too, bro. Like I just
With the Kang at the end looking weak, I was like, all right, bro, it's time to go.
that had me boiled, bro, because how are you going to introduce a main character? You're saying this guy's bigger and badder than Thanos. Ant Man's going. Kevin Feige said it himself. We wanted to put Ant Man against a major villain, and what happens? Ant Man won. Right? Ant Man won in this movie. We did not need this. Ant Man needed to die. Right? This is the multiverse. You could bring him back if you wanted to in a later film. You just needed to make sure that you shown how powerful King really is. You know, in this movie, Ant Man, Hank, please let them die. And the fact that the ants, they talked about the ants coming back and all that evolution shit, and King just gets fried by the ants. Like, bro, what, bro? This is Ant Man's ants, and he just gets fried by the ants. You know what I mean? Like that had me going, right? Um, Kang was deceiving though in the movie, right? Like shout out to Jonathan Majors, major player.
Beautiful performance, in my opinion. I really liked
Th-
it.
Same,
He was
bro.
carrying. He was carrying like crazy.
He did. I mean, without Jonathan Majors, I don't think this film would have stood, bro. I would have probably walked out the movie theater if Jonathan Majors didn't play a good performance as King the Conqueror. Like this movie, 100%. When they were talking about Star Wars vibes, Star Wars is cool, but like
No, it was major Star Wars. I was like, this Star Wars ass movie.
bro, they was over here on like Tatooine in the bar. I'm like, yo, like
Oh
literally,
God, it was
like
on Tatooine.
that's what it felt like. It felt like that,
I
and
was like,
like
this shit Star Wars, man.
it does, and like I'm like, yo, like this John definitely does have a Star Wars
Plot
type
twist:
of
Star Wars is
vibe.
in the quantum realm.
Facts. It's in the quantum realm. Heads up, if you're a Star Wars fan, you may like this movie, especially if you're a fanboy. You may like this movie, but I didn't like this. It was bad. If honestly, you should just wait till till it comes on streaming for free because it's not yeah, it's not worth the money to go see this film. If you really want to get into this new Kang dynasty, just look at the post credits and just look at Loki season 1 and 2 because this film really didn't need to come out. Like there was nothing. All they did was introduce a character that disappeared, bro, that died. Like there was no like like how are you going to introduce a major character, major villain, right? That nobody died. Green Goblin is less powerful than Kang the Conqueror, and he killed Aunt May. And you telling me Kang couldn't kill? They couldn't write a script where Kang killed one of the Ant family. Hank should have died. Scott should have. Somebody should have died in this movie, bro. But we did not get that. You know what I mean? They nerfed his powers. Um, Cassie. Some of the scenes with Cassie were kind of blowing my shit. I'm not gonna lie. She did a good act.
Bullshit. She should not have gone away from Modok. That was bullshit, bro.
That was bullshit. That was 100% bullshit.
That's plot
Um,
armor like crazy.
yeah, that's plot armor. Also, let's talk about this, right? When they went into the quantum realm with the quantum satellite, everything got sucked into that quantum. That was cool. Like I like the part where they showed like everything getting sucked in, the ants being sucked in with that little ant farm thing, and how Ant-Man was small. That was cool. I liked all that, right? Very, very slow scene to where they got to Ant-Man Quantumania. Janet, she was holding this thing back for so long. Like, if you just spit it out, none of this would have like she was just like holding onto a secret for no reason at all, just to tell him what it was eventually. Like it didn't need to go that far if you know what I mean. Like she
I
was
know who
holding
that
on to
is.
this
Yeah.
secret. She's holding on to this
Oh yeah.
secret, right?
I get it though because then they would have probably wanted to like go down there and see what's up with Bull type shit. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like she's saying like she was trying to
I
protect them,
mean,
but like eventually she would have had to tell him because they would have had to face it anyway. Because they had
not
Ant-Man.
really.
Yeah.
They only had to face it. It was a mistake. Like he would have never, ever probably like they would have never encountered him if like Cassie didn't make that quantum realm. If they never did the research on the quantum realm, which is like curiosity is a dangerous thing,
Mm.
and that
Yeah.
proved to be true in the movie.
Mhm.
So like that would have none of that would ever happen if they didn't research any of that stuff. Like Kang would still be down there.
It would still be exactly.
Well, I mean, he still is, but like you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have gotten close to freedom.
Right. If it wasn't for right. That is true. But then again, like I don't know, man. It just rubs me the wrong way. Like you have it. Yeah, he would still be down there, but now he's quote unquote dead. You know what I mean? Like he should have escaped. Like there was really no need for this movie. All there was just like a. It was just. It just felt like a journey. Like it just felt like a one time. It's like you're going to Bolarama to bowl for no reason, and you did like you know what I mean. Like you already know what it feels like to bowl. Like it's enjoyable and all that stuff, but like
Who goes to bowl for no reason? What are you talking about?
not bowl for no reason. But like you go to bowl, but like
L
there
comparison.
you don't need to go bowl. You know what I mean? Like you don't need that.
You want to bowl.
You want to bowl, right?
Yeah.
But like after that, you come back home. Like, say for example, are you feel like staying home, and your boys want to go bowl. You go bowl, you're not fulfilled, and you come back home in the same spot that you like same spot that you felt like being. You know what I mean? So it's like you didn't move anywhere. It's kind of just like a trans in my. You know what I mean? It was kind of just like something to go see. Like it didn't move anywhere. Like
I
the movie
got you.
didn't move anything. Like
Talking about like the storyline didn't go anywhere.
it
Is
didn't
that what
go
you're trying to
anywhere.
say?
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. All
I,
it did was
I think
yeah,
I
go ahead.
think it went there. It just didn't go in the direction that we wanted it to go.
Oh man, I
Which is
mean,
like that's a true statement. Like that is a factual statement. Like it went somewhere.
yeah,
There's way more to the story than just Kang dying or the Conqueror dying. Like there's more stuff that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's just that it wasn't the outcome that we hoped for, and I'm sure many other fans did not hope for that outcome.
Mm.
But I feel like there's something like even bigger with what is going
The
on.
whole
That's
storyline.
gonna
Yeah.
that's gonna happen for like 100%.
Mm.
It's just that I do wish that they would have killed Ant Man,
Yeah.
or like a or like him just not or not even Ant Man killing Ant Man, just him getting out and like you know what I'm saying
Him going to
because
another universe or some. Like
yeah,
him
like
just
him
getting out
actually
and
being able
yeah.
to I like him actually being able to get away. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like,
Yeah.
oh man, we took the L. Ghost
But
goes,
then
but
but like he got sucked into the time zone though. Like you know what I mean? Like he got sucked into the power core of his time machine. Like
but they
what
but it was broken and it was small.
right. But where is he now? You know, like he's dead, but like that doesn't make sense because
Where the
it,
body at?
but look, that's kind of the same thing with like how Ant-Man got sucked into the quantum satellite. Remember? Like how they got
Yeah.
sucked into the quantum satellite. And mind you, I thought the quantum satellite was broken, bro. Like when they got sucked in. So how are they able to yo, I'm gonna go on a touchpad, find the quantum satellite, and just go
Let me
back
go
to it,
back and bring my
open
boy
up
home real quick. Yeah,
huh?
bro, that's plot armor.
The plot armor, bro. Like it just movie ended up where it should have ended. Like the movie started how it should have ended. There was no reason
This
to
is the
make
movie
this
started
movie.
how it should end it.
Like
That's
it didn't
valid.
go nowhere. You know? The one thing that I did like was like how everybody was how like they didn't understand them at first, and then you had to drink the guy's ooze to like um understand everybody else in the quantum realm. Like I like that part. That was cool. Because it made a way to like connect, right? Because obviously, like, oh, you go to another universe, you know, they're not gonna obviously not everybody's gonna understand what you're saying. If I go to China, I don't speak Chinese. I'm not gonna understand what you're saying. I speak English, you speak Chinese. You know what I mean? If there's like a way for us to connect, they solved a problem with adding the guy with the ooze in there to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I like that part. Um, what are some other things that you liked and disliked, bro?
I like the theme of the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just average movie enjoyer. The theme
Yeah.
of the movie, you know, it goes outside like beyond just Ant-Man and that whole little family. It goes towards the people of that universe where Kang took their home,
Mm,
they're rebelling, protesting, fighting to take their home back, which we have seen happen many times throughout history with like Europe, the natives,
yeah.
Mexico, all that stuff. Like those are like real things that happen
Happened.
in the world and
Yeah.
that are still happening in the world.
Mm,
Um, you know, the themes of like everyone like working together and having that fight, the courage to stand up to someone that you know can like wipe out your whole existence, all your people within like seconds, but to
mm,
still have the courage to stand up to them and then finding the power, like that strength to fight. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just those themes like that is what to me makes the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
looking at it from just the Marvel standpoint is different from actually looking at the movie as a whole. Like looking at the themes, the theme about like family, empowerment, you know, taking back what's rightfully yours.
You're yeah.
Like those
Hey,
themes,
yeah.
yeah, I can tell you overlook those themes like crazy. I'm
Mm.
like, I
But
know
it
that
felt like
like
I feel like this movie
I know
yeah.
you want the movie to be centered around Kang, which is like
Mm,
I get it. I wish
yeah.
he won too, but at the same time, it's like there are other things in the movie that made it a good movie and not just you know
You see the
Jonathan
good
Major's
you look at you
performance.
see you see the good in movies. Look at you. Yeah, yeah. Yo, but seriously though, I
Because that's
mean, you have a point.
bias, bro. You looking at one thing in a
But look,
movie, that's
look,
bias.
cause look,
You
cause
gotta
look,
hit every single criteria, you know.
but look, bro, look. The problem is that we get that in other movies. We got that in Black Panther. We got that in Black Panther 2. We got that in other movies. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They advertise this movie as oh, King Conquer is gonna be the new villain, big bad villain, and he got nerfed. You know what I mean?
He still is. He still is. He's still gonna be
All right,
around for like the next 5 years or so.
I
Like
understand. Yeah,
just
he
because
will.
he took the L to just because he took the L this time doesn't mean he's gonna take him in the next few times. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but look.
It was just a nice
For
wholesome moment for
for
Ant Man, and you just gotta accept it for what it is.
first appearance is everything. First appearance. You know what I mean. First impressions is a lot with everything. Like especially for villains, because when you seen Thanos right in Infinity War taking fucking up Hulk, almost killing Loki, and you had Thor. He killed all of the people on his ship, Asgard. You like, yeah, this is a badass motherfucker. He gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? Like you were scared of him. Kane does not make me scared, bro. Except for the parts where he held Ant-Man and Cassie
Before he
inside of
started
the
fighting,
jail.
basically, that's when.
Yeah, inside of the jail. That's the only part that I was like, oh shit, all right, he does this shit. But like, I love King the Conqueror as a character in general. You know what I mean? I like
Get the
him.
fuck out of here, bro! Stop showing that
No, I
shit.
understand who he is. I understand who he is in the comics. I understand his powers. I understand his capabilities, and it's more powerful and it's deeper than a lot of things that we can't even understand yet, right? And for them to nerf him and deduct his power source, bro, not his power source, deduct his powers in this movie is a disgrace to his character, a disgrace to the comics, a disgrace to Marvel fans, a disgrace to a lot of things that we enjoy as a whole, right? Because look, King the Conqueror, right? He's supposed to be conquering. I understand, like you even explained that. I like how you explained that about the family thing because the whole family connection was there with the Ant family, the family connection with the rebellion. It was there, right? With the rebels, it was there. You know what I mean? And how like they got kicked out of their homes. He took over their homes with, and he built this. He built his entire empire. Like they could have portrayed him a little bit more powerful as a conqueror, like he did that, right? But like I feel like they could have portrayed it a little bit better, you know what I mean? As how he conquered their homes, as how he took their homes from them, how he
Yeah,
did
how the fuck
all
he
of
built
that.
an empire on his ship?
That's what I want to figure out because he just crash landed there. How the fuck that, bro? As a matter of fact, how did he do that? How did he do that?
That's kind of cold, though, if you think about it.
That is cold. He's powerful. His suit and all that stuff, but like his time chair is what enables him to time travel. So how the fuck, you know what I mean? Like how do you get all those resources to just like, how do you get all those resources to just
He's
build all
him.
that stuff?
He's him.
But look, also you gotta think about it. That's probably him at his weakest, if you know what I'm trying to say. Cause like he had nothing. He didn't even have like the power source to his time chair, and he was still fucking shit up. He didn't have like he was there stranded by himself, like literally nothing, dead ass nothing, right? And he still was able to conquer. Like, imagine if he had like all of his stuff that he has in his lab, because remember he's a scientist. Like all the shit that he already has. Like, what if he had all of that stuff? Like, it would probably be way more different, a way more different King that we've seen in this film. But the thing is, why would they make this? Because King is supposed to be the baddest one out of all of them. King the Conqueror is supposed to be the baddest one out of all of them. If they wanted to replace this guy, King, they should have replaced him with another variant, in my opinion. Let him let Ant-Man fight against a different variant because this Kang is the most powerful one. They should have just waited to put this one in at a later date, if you know what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
everybody thinks that this guy's the bad one, the big bad one, which he is,
Anyone that
right?
hasn't seen the movie yet is gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, yeah, they will because they're looking for what we were looking for: Ant-Man dying, or them just getting stuck in the quantum realm, him escaping, doing something or starting some event that makes sense. You know what I mean? That something that you could take because obviously I don't think King is obviously not done, bro. This is just the beginning of a King. This is the beginning of this villain, right? But first, impression is everything. Somebody should have died in this movie. No. How do you feel about like other than that? How do you feel about like the CGI and visual effects of the movie?
Oh no, everything was good. I like the
Yeah,
picture. I like the
except for
picture. I
except for
like
Modoc, he
well,
looked
except for
kind of goofy.
Modoc, yeah. But
Yeah,
I kind of got used to it because he was funny. He had the little
yeah. The little arms,
that.
yo. Remember when he was touching Ant-Man's face, bro? That don't have me dead, bro.
Oh yeah.
I also like the part where King was like, "Why are you speaking like you have no right to speak when I'm speaking?" Yeah, bro. Like it's just the way he did that, bro. That was funny.
He just
Like
looked like a thumb. He just like
they just, I don't know, Modoc. I feel like they also
no.
should have made
Modoc was funny. Modoc was funny.
it.
Modoc was definitely funny.
He should have had a bigger role though. I feel like because in the comics he's like another main, not main. He's like a sub main villain, like a sub villain. But like for it was too short of a time for Modoc, bro. Like you, Modoc should have did some damage. Obviously, yes, he did. Like he did. He was like Ant-Man's little like man in the chair, not man in the chair, but like
The
he
fuck.
was his little like he Ant-Man would, I mean, Kang would say what to do, and Modoc would go do that shit. Like he was this machine killer, whatever, basically. And it, Modoc didn't. Modoc was just funny. He didn't really give a good performance, in my opinion, right? And if you guys know who Modoc is, I don't know if this is true in the comics, but wait till y'all figure out who Modoc actually is. You know what I mean? Like his it's cool that it happened that way, but it's just weak, bro. Like this Modoc was weak, in my opinion. Like it was weak. Like the rebels are scared of him, and nothing happened. He didn't do anything. He didn't kill Cassie. He didn't do nothing. All he did, he really didn't do nothing. He was just like he was just there. You know what I mean? I feel like Modoc definitely should have a bigger role within the greater wide of the MCU, right? As a villain. They just did him so dirty. They wasted a character, in my opinion, in this movie. They wasted two characters: Kang the Conqueror, which is played by Jonathan Majors, which is the biggest and baddest villain right now of the MCU. Well, kinda, because they nerfed him. They wasted Modoc, right? They wasted him because in the comics, and a lot of people do know that this is another sub villain in the comics and in just in Marvel in general. They wasted him. Like they can't be doing this to these characters, bro. A lot of people are wanting for X-Men and Fantastic Four. If they keep on doing this type of script writing to these characters, they're gonna mess up all their characters, and nobody's gonna want to invest into Marvel anymore. And DC will take over, in my opinion. If Shazam is better than Ant-Man, it's over. That's all I gotta say.
Oh heck no.
Yeah. Now, the only thing, how do you feel about the post-credit scenes, bro? Both of them. We have the mid-credit and the post-credit. Let's talk about the mid-credit first.
With the Council of Kang.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. It was confusing because only because I don't like it. It just didn't give enough information. Like usually the post credit scenes, you could like tell what like all right, cool,
Yeah.
but it just showed all the variants.
It showed, all right. Yeah, it showed all the variants, and like something that I'm like kind of like confused about is how, remember they said something about like Ant-Man was exiled. Well, Kang was exiled, but then they go back to like the they go to they show the Council of Kings, and they
Mm-hmm.
report that he's dead, right? Didn't they? They reported that he was dead there, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Who?
The Council of Kings. They said the exiled one is now dead or something.
Oh yeah.
So they said that, right? And then they skip to a scene where you see Immortus, Ramatut, and some cyborg looking guy. I don't know his name, but like they call up all the different variants of Kang, and the reason was for the time. I don't know. I was it for the time share? Like I don't understand what it was for. Why did they call everybody? I don't remember. It was cool to see all the Council of Kings, but like it was kind of bad. Like it was kind of cringy in my opinion.
Hmm.
The scene was cringy, right? We didn't really get anything that was clear, right? The best thing out of this movie was the post credit scene, right? Um
Oh yeah,
Also,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this questions a lot of things that we these questions a lot, right? Because Loki season 1 episode the last episode, we have somebody called He Who Remains, which is another variant of Kang, right? I thought that was Immortus because he said that he ended the multiversal war. He was able to end the multiversal war between all of his variants, right? And now you have the Council of Kangs there. Mind you, Sylvie did stab and kill He Who Remains. I thought that was Immortus, right? So who is He Who Remains? You know what I mean? Compared to these other Kangs. Like what does this guy have to do with the other Council of Kangs? Right? Because he said he ended the multiversal war. So I'm now confused on how He Who Remains plays a role with these Council of Kings. Um, we have a lot of questions. Like, does He Who Remains said something very, very important, and he said that I will be here no matter what. Like, it's just gonna be a rebirth of him anyway. Like, it's gonna happen because he already knows what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
So it, it's I feel like yes, there's definitely more to the story to Ant Man, to the whole entire Kang dynasty, Ant Man, Council of Kings, and all that. But
Yeah.
problem, we have a problem with this movie alone, right? But then it takes us towards another dynamic of what we're gonna see in the future with the different variants of the different Kangs and stuff like that, right? I mean,
Hmm.
I'm just confused, bro, with that. What they're gonna be doing with Ramatut and Mortis. It looked like Immortus. That guy looked goofy as hell. If he was
Immortus? You
Immortus,
think so?
please
You think so?
Immortus or Ramatut. Like the Pharaoh looked cool.
No,
Immortus,
Ramata, he look
yeah.
fire.
Ramatut looked cool. Immortus, which is the guy with like the the big like goatee and like had like the
Yeah.
hat on, like that whole suit. I think he looked goofy,
He
bro.
looking
Like
goofy.
he looked goofy. Like y'all gotta, yeah. Marvel, please fix your Immortus because we don't understand nothing that he's saying. We don't understand nothing he's saying. You know what I mean? Like Jonathan
Hmm.
Majors, amazing actor, but bro, please fix the tone that you're speaking in because we didn't understand nothing you said in that post credit mid credit scene, right? Um,
I don't understand nothing.
I was like, what? Like, what? Can we replay that scene? Like, can we like hit the replay button on the big screen? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
you gotta
nah.
like dissect. You gotta dissect that.
Yeah, you gotta dissect it. It did it. I mean, I was hyped. I was like, the first time I seen it, the Ramen set, I was hyped. Until I seen like all the other chains coming through, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what is this, bro? Like, what? Like, I love King as a character. Don't get me wrong. But
Hmm.
the way they did it, the way they the way they scripted this entire story wasn't good, bro. It wasn't good. Like it depends on what you. I'm a Marvel fan. I want to see my Marvel stuff come. I want to see like the stories that Marvel that Stan Lee told, all that stuff come true. Obviously, it's not gonna come true. It's MCU and it's comics, but like you have to have some sort of some sort of playing field on where the comics will meet the movies and it'll connect. You know what I mean? Like it connects. You know, Marvel, you might be out of commission if you keep making movies like this. You know what I mean?
I don't think. I'm kind of scared for like Craven the Hunter and all that now.
I mean, they did nerf Carnage, so I mean, they may do that too.
Nerf the shit out of Carnage.
Yeah. How do you feel about the end credit scene now?
That
with
John was amazing, bro. That tells you everything you need to know.
for real. I mean, that sets up Loki season 2, 100%. That's Nathaniel Richards, the the guy from the 31st century who discovered that the thing he said something about the thing that shapes you, we could shape time, it shapes you, but perhaps we can shape it. I said, yo, that's a powerful statement, Jonathan Majors. You came through with that statement, bro. Bro, this goes back. This takes it to the first time he discovered it. Like, what if that's supposed to be like the good well, we don't know because they were all discovering time at the same they were all discovering it at the same time, sharing technology with each other. What if that's the bad one? You know what I'm saying? What if that's the birth
Yeah.
of the bad one? Like the bad king. Like, see, Loki season 2, I'm excited for Loki season 2. Loki season 1 was amazing. I loved that. I loved that season. I loved that show. So I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, it was all right. Like, I'm waiting for season 2. Season 2 should be dropping in summer. Yeah, bro. I mean, what do you rate this movie? A through F.
A through F. The fuck?
Yeah. Like, is it A plus, B plus, B
I give it
minus?
a. Oh, A through F. I think you meant like A. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah. A being the
A
highest,
through
F being the worst.
F. I give it a B. Just a solid B. 85.
85. You're with the fans. You're with the audience score. See, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Ant-Man
Oh my
Quantumania was
god.
a disappointment. Didn't hit the spot. It was a bad trash movie. Marvel, please come with something bigger, better. If the Marvels suck, I want to be bad. I'm gonna be so pissed. If the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 suck, I'm gonna be pissed too.
Nah, it's James Gunn. He don't play with that.
He better not miss because you the head of DC now. So you better not
James
miss.
Gunn don't miss, bro. He don't miss.
Better not miss. He delivered 2 great films, Guardians of the Galaxy, well, and Suicide Squad, right? He
That
delivered
shit was
great films.
ass. Hell no.
The first one? Did he do the first one?
I think he did the second one.
The second one, yeah, the second one was trash. But the Peacemaker, he did the Peacemaker. He did the Peacemaker. Um, so I mean, I hope he could come through. Now, Ant-Man Quantumania, I'm gonna give you a final score of a D. You were a D tier movie. I didn't really like it.
Tripping.
I
Tripping.
I
Tripping.
didn't like it. And if this movie would have ended the way I wanted it to, maybe they would have had a higher score, right? But they took too long in certain parts to explain stuff. It acting was phenomenal, but the storyline, the script was trash. Sorry, Marvel. This is the first time I don't really like one of your movies. Besides Eternals, I think all the other movies was all right. This last phase was very, very bad. Like, not very bad, but like it was mediocre in terms. I didn't really like Doctor Strange. That was trash. Thor, the Thor, Love and Thunder. You guys nerfed the Gore the God Butcher. That
Oh,
was
they
kind of
nerfed.
bad.
Oh, no, I was devastated, man.
That was bad. That was trash. Like, how could you do that to a villain that's of that magnitude? You guys had eternity in God and what Love and Thunder, right? Like, it didn't make no sense. But let's hope. Please pray for the future of King to be way better than we've seen in this movie. Shout out to Jonathan Majors. You carried this movie. You played a great and well done performance. Can't wait to see you on the big screen again, especially playing the Kang role and doing what you got to do. Um, it's just terrible script writing. That's all it was. And Modoc kind of disappointed on that too. It's a lot of things that could be said even more. I didn't have any expectations going in here. I just wanted to see a villain do what he has to do. You know what I mean? That's it. I didn't really want anything else. A villain just do what you have to do. Take care of Ant
How
Man.
you
Then
how you name Gore the God Butcher and you lose to Thor?
that's what I'm saying. Lose to Thor and you had eternity right in front of you. Like, bro, what? That don't make no sense. That didn't make no sense. Ant-Man, I think this was the worst. I think not the worst, but Ant-Man 2 was probably the same level as this, a little bit higher. But like, I wanted to see something better than this, bro. Like, this was bad. So yeah, D tier. I'm ranking this a D tier movie. Emmanuel's ranking this a B tier movie. Um. So yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to say, bro? About anything about like
Uh,
what are you looking forward to or anything, or like just in general?
I want Kang to come back. The Conqueror.
Yes, the Conqueror. We want him back.
That's
Please do
it.
not nerf him.
That's
Please
it.
do not nerf him. Also, we're not done here. We're not done. So King the Conqueror, you're telling me killed other Avengers? Look. He literally said, "Have I killed you before?" He killed other Avengers and couldn't kill Ant-Man in this movie. He's, "Are you the one with the hammer?" Or like, you know what I mean? Like, you know the one with the hammer? Thor is way powerful, way more stronger than Ant-Man. And he killed them. And Ant-Man couldn't die in this movie. That's a problem. That is a big problem.
Ant Man. I mean, Ant Man. He got his shit saved.
Yeah, but bro, we're talking about the Ant family. Ant family versus Thor. Who's gonna win?
Thor. But I mean,
Kang
according
killed
to
all the.
The Ant Family wins. So
You said what?
I said, well, according to the movie, the Ant Family will win. So
According to this movie, yeah. But bro, Kang literally said, "Have I killed you before? Are you an Avenger? Are you an Avenger?" Oh, Ant-Man said, "I called the other Avengers as a threat. Like that's gonna threaten Kang." Kang still, Ant-Man still beat Kang, bro. And Kang killed other Avengers and other timelines. This movie was a D tier movie. This movie was trash. The script writing was trash. Please come better. Whoever I don't know. I forgot the name of the person who wrote this movie, but you need to get
look him
fired
up.
right now.
Look him up. Look him up.
No, please.
Look him up.
Huh?
I said, look him up.
Yeah, we gotta look him up, bro. Writer of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Um,
We gotta see what else he been doing. You know what I'm saying, work wise.
and then they also made Lord Kryler. That was funny part too. Lord Kryler played by Bill Murray, where they were at the
Yeah,
bars and like they had a history with Janet. That was all right. That was fine. That was funny. That part was kind of funny, but Mans had barely no screen time. We didn't have nothing like he had no character development or anything. Like they just added him. They had added him in there. You know what I mean? They just put him in the movie to do what? Put him in the movie to do what? He didn't do. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So it was just the director of this movie was Payne Reed, bro. Wow.
he
Payne
look
Reed
goofy,
was the one
bro.
who, huh? Payne
Jeff
Reed is the.
Loveness wrote that. I wrote. He was the screenwriter.
All right, all right, yeah. So Jeff Loveness, both of y'all,
And
man.
he's writing the Kang Dynasty. Oh
Oh
jeez. Oh
nah,
jeez.
bro.
Oh
Okay, all right. That
jeez.
joint's an L already.
Oh jeez.
That joint gonna be an L. All right, that joint gonna be an L, bro. Kang, you just need hope, bro. All that you need right now, you just need hope, right? You need to just pray and hope that your movie comes out well. Jeff Loveness, bro. People were walking out the movie theater. Like this man literally grabbed his bag and walked out the movie theater.
That's just funny as fuck.
I was like,
I
yo,
gave him the benefit of a doubt until I saw his bag and I was like, yeah, he not coming back.
I thought he was going to the bathroom or something. Nah, that nigga
So
here.
yeah, until I saw the bag, I was like, oh.
Yeah, he gone. I was like, oh shit,
I
yeah,
man,
he's
I
gone.
felt it. I felt that. I felt that. I felt that.
I see certain dynamic you're talking about, but like as a superhero movie, the villain has to win in this one. I wanted to be left off the way Infinity War left me off. Right, somebody dying, somebody it's just a hole in the plot. Just leave us off with Kang winning, please. Leave us off with Kang winning and something happening to a timeline or something, just something, just either or. and I would have
It's
been
either
content.
or.
I would have been content with the way this movie was taking, like the turn this movie was taking. It had me for a little bit. Certain parts had me with especially with Kang's dialogue. But other than that, I, I couldn't. I don't know. Like what I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. And for somebody that watched Loki, right? For us to watch Loki is in this and see this. This is bad, bro. This sucks. I'm low key hating, but I'm not
Loki
because I'm
season 2 fire.
that don't better be fire. It don't better come with the heat. It better
I
revive
think I
King. Yeah, good.
I think it. I think it is. I think it's gonna be fire.
I think yeah. I think it's gonna be tough. I mean, the end credits scene of Ant-Man was fire. You had Mobius and Loki there, time traveling back to where Daniel Richards just discovering all this and just basically giving like a presentation on how time works. That's powerful. And listen to this. Ugh, this also made me mad, bro. This made me mad. All right. So basically, remember how we seen the trailer and basically remember how Kang was like, "Oh, I'll give you back time, right? I could give you back time with your daughter
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
what I have to
yeah,
get."
yeah.
It was more so a threat to killing Cassie than the motivation being, I want more time with my daughter or I want more time in general. Like it should have been that, not centered around Cassie, Kang killing Cassie. You know what I mean? It should have been more centered around like Kang saying, "Oh, Ant-Man, I could give you what you want.
I
Do you
mean,
want
because he
more
knows he
time?"
would do anything for the daughter, so I feel like that's valid because
Yeah, but
that's
also
something that he cares about, that he really cares about. So
that is true. But Scott Lang spent years in jail. Didn't was blipped, right? Spent
yeah,
he had time away from his daughter. Like time, if he just used the time scenario, like, oh, I could give you more time. Like I got you, no problem. Just get me this. Just give me my source to my time share, and I got you, no problem. And Ant-Man was like, oh my god, I want more time with my daughter. I spent in jail. I spent in so much years in jail. I need time. Like that's the type of Scott. That's the type of Ant-Man Scott Lang is. The type of goofy Paul Rudd could pull those strings off. You know what I mean? As like a person that feels like they're in not agony, but
I'll
like
take.
that's desperate. That's desperate.
That's
Somebody
desperate.
that's
It's your fucking daughter. What you talking about? You're
but like
out
people
dad. You're out dad. You're out dad. You're out dad. You're out
not
dad.
but you mean
Yeah.
like he's desperate. Like he's desperate. Like he would like to go back to spend more time with his daughter, to fix things, to make sure that it's okay.
I mean, he
Like
was
to make
gone for
sure
like
that
5 years. So,
he was gone, but he was
and
in and
like
out
when
of
we
jail
last saw her,
too.
she was a little kid type.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. Like he as a dad, like you definitely would like as a I'm not a dad, but like I'm saying
I
like
say, what you know about that?
yeah, as a dad, like you would definitely want to spend more time, as much time as with your children, especially the younger part of your younger childhood of your child before they grow older. And I feel like he missed out on a lot of that. He missed out on a lot of Cassie's younger self as well as his own life. So like I feel like if they would have just put the time scenario in and Ant-Man make Paul Rudd, make Scott Lang feel desperate that he needs time. Sell him time. Just sell him time. Because if to be honest, if you were sold time, Emmanuel, you would definitely take it, bro. You wouldn't doubt.
100%.
You wouldn't doubt. Anybody would take time because time is 100% the most valuable thing right now. Because you can't get it back. You can't get time back. And Kang could give you that. So why didn't they just, instead of him threatening to kill Cassie, just just mentally sell him time to do what you want to do?
Sell him some of
Cassie's in an
that
Ant-Man
time.
suit, bro. Cassie has her own suit. She's a superhero. Yes, that's your daughter, but she's also a superhero. Come on, bro. Come on. There's a major plot problems with this movie, and it needs to be fixed. Kevin Feige, if you allow people to write and direct movies like this, Marvel will go it's starting to go downhill, bro. I'm sorry to say, it's starting to go downhill. You know what I
It
mean?
was still a good movie. I do not care. I enjoyed
I
my
didn't like
time in the movie theater. You know, Modoc W character.
Modoc. Oh, Modoc was a funny character, 100%.
Yeah. I mean like that. Not
Yeah, but
calm down.
but how Modoc should be like playing bigger roles. This man should
I
he
think he got
died.
nerfed too. For
He got nerfed. He nerfed all the villains in this movie, bro. How you get, dude?
Marvel desperate.
Marvel is desperate. There's something going on over there. That something's going on with Marvel, and they can't fix it because they keep on producing these nutty nerfed films, and it just goes nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere. That's
Yeah.
the same thing what happened with Black Panther, bro. Like there's a plot to it, like a plot armor in Black Panther, like that. I literally spoke about it on our recent, our one of our previous videos. You know what I mean? Like we could see through it, and these guys are professional script writers, and we're critics, and we could see the plot holes in these movies. It's not good. They gotta fix something about this. They gotta do better. Like do something better. It's not working. Like we low key we just unmasked a lot about this movie, bro. In the last couple of minutes that we were speaking,
Yeah.
we had the Avengers take about how Kang killed the other Avengers, and Ant-Man could not. Ant-Man still survived, and does not have no help. He only has his family, which is you have the Wasp and you have Cassie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. Then you have Ant-Man being sold a threat on his daughter, right? But Kang did not sell him. They didn't script write it to where Kang sold him time, as time is the most valuable thing to man, right? Third, Ant-Man King wasn't portrayed as the conqueror in this movie. He was portrayed as way less than he should have been. Script writing was trash. Modoc nerfed Modoc. They nerfed his powers. They the he looked kind of goofy. His face looked kind of goofy. It looked better than I thought it was gonna be, but it still looked goofy. It looked like they just stretched his face out. Um, there's a lot of things that I could say about this movie. I don't know, man. This movie was a miss, complete miss. D tier. That's it. I mean, you have anything else to say, bro? I know that I kind of went on because I kind of remembered a couple of things as we were speaking, so I just had to get that out.
I don't really got nothing for. I said what I gotta say. What I gotta say is not as much as what you gotta say. So
I mean, because you kind of enjoyed it, and
I liked it exactly. I liked it. So.
L.
Nah, bro, you're
L.
right. Nah,
I'm
nah.
hating. I'm hating. 100%. I'm hating because I just didn't like this movie, bro. I mean, I know some people are gonna like it. Some people, I mean, the first reactions was like, "Yo, this movie's like the next big thing." You know what I mean? Like the first reactions had us on our heels. We thought that this shit was gonna be like, "Oh, Kang's gonna fuck shit up. Kang's gonna destroy everybody." Obviously, there's one thing that this stood out, which was true, was Jonathan Majors playing Kang that we both agreed on, right?
Oh,
So
100%.
hundred
Yeah.
percent agree on. Um, but this movie just didn't go the way I wanted it to. So, I mean, yeah. Do you want to end it now, or do you want to talk about something else?
I don't got nothing to talk about. I'm chilling.
All right. So, without further ado, this was our movie review on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Marvel, as a little summary, you guys have to do better. Did not like this movie. Um, make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe, and get your W in the comments. Right? Code is mind10. Don't forget, code is mind10.
Mine 10. 10% off.
10% off. So without further ado, we'll catch you guys on another episode to give you guys another peace of mind.